football. Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey, eh?
God bless football, Fuentes.
God bless football, Stugotz.
Hey, we got it right. How about that?
Nailed it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Finally. Adam Schefter going to join us on this episode of God Bless Football. Looking forward to that. I want to talk Knicks with him. I do. I'll talk some football with Adam Schefter, but I'd like to talk about the New York Knicks. He is a big fan of the Knicks, and so I have some questions for our friend Adam Schefter. What's going on, Billy?
I'm just here, man. I think I'm like everybody else in America. I'm just patiently awaiting the schedule release.
You know, I was so disappointed because I was expecting the schedule to come out this week, and I think most people were. It did not come out this week, and I believe, we'll talk to Adam Schefter about it, I believe it's coming out midweek next week.
I don't understand how the NFL, who has like everything is like this big ceremony, everything is a big moment, everything's a big thing, everything's like a made-for-TV product, how there's just all this mystery around when the NFL schedule is going to come out. I really don't understand how they either don't know or they just want to surprise everyone with, surprise, here's the schedule today. Because like you had teams, I think even up to this week, sending emails to like season ticket holders saying like, hey, Thursday's the day. And then the league came out like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's next week.
Yeah.
Not happening this week.
Uh-huh. Well, they can do that. It's the NFL.
But why? I don't understand why. The way they handle everything else, why do they do this with the schedule?
I don't know. And if next week they tell us the following week, we'll be okay with it. Because why? The NFL.
Well, I mean, yeah, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Just wait.
That's all. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just sitting here and waiting.
It's not so much the schedule, Mikey A. It's playing, it's going through said schedule and doing win-loss, 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 win-loss. That is my favorite sports radio practice of all time,
Well, here's the thing. It's also like a slow drip with the schedule, right? Because you already know the teams and you know which are the home games and the road games.
I know who the Jets are playing already, yes.
But now
right.
we can do wins and losses when we get the actual schedule, and we can do it in order.
Yes.
Because before you look at it and you're like, the Jets are traveling to, I don't know, wherever. The Jets are traveling up to Buffalo. Is it a home game? Is it a road game? Is it in December?
Right.
Is it in October?
Yes.
When's this game?
Yes.
It changes everything.
It does change everything. Playing Buffalo in September as opposed to December is a big, big difference. You're right. Yes.
The other thing that they try and do is they try and go, oh, well, here are the primetime games. Like, we're not going to watch them anyway. Like, it doesn't matter which games you put on. Like, we're not going to watch them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling about...
there's like, could be a red zone game, but maybe it's the only game that has my attention on a Thursday night or a Monday night.
Sure.
And then you know what games to avoid because it's Thursday. And why would you watch that?
I don't avoid any games.
Jaguars, Colts on a Thursday. Might go to dinner that night.
That's what gambling
It still goes on.
Yeah.
It still goes on.
But it's background noise on Thursday.
Well, we have the Friday morning God Bless Football. We got to keep an eye on those Thursdays. You know what I mean?
You do.
Yeah.
I love a good Thursday game, even a bad Thursday game.
I was about to say there's not a lot of good Thursday games.
Yeah, but I love Thursday games. I mean, I would take games every day of the week if they could figure it out.
Well, we have a number of Friday games this year, right? We have that opening week Friday game. We're going to have the Black Friday game again, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Why
When's
not a
Christmas?
Tuesday game? Huh?
We had Tuesday games during
We
COVID.
do. Don't we have a Tuesday game this year?
I'm saying a
Something with
regular
Christmas, right?
Tuesday game. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see the calendar. Yeah, if Christmas is on a Tuesday, we have a Tuesday game, right?
Yeah.
We should
Stu.
know this. We shouldn't be asking.
Yo.
What do you like better? A
He
good
said
Thursday
Stu.
night
I said
game or a
yo.
bad?
I mean, what do you mean?
Are you on the phone? What's happening?
He said Stu. I said yo. It was a weird response. Billy's right. It was a totally weird response on TV and radio. I'm sorry.
Breaking news.
Not radio.
I guess it's not breaking news to anyone that's looked at a calendar. Christmas Day is a Wednesday this year.
Really?
What do
And
you
there'll
do?
be games on Christmas.
What do you
There
do?
are games on Christmas.
Oh, boy.
You take Thursday and Friday off, that's for sure.
Is it? Well, I mean, I would think, and I don't know because the schedule hasn't come out yet, right? I would think what you would have to do for the teams playing on Christmas Day is they'd have to play. They'd either have to have a bye the week before, or they would have
It's
to
too
have
late in the season.
They'd have to have a Saturday game then on the 21st.
Mm.
I think
I
you do
think they're going to
Saturday
try and
teams to
get them
Wednesday teams.
Thursday.
Okay, so Thursday, Wednesday. That's better.
Yeah, maybe Saturday.
I'm trying to do
I think they
win-loss.
said Saturday.
I'm trying to do win-loss with the Jets right now because, as Billy pointed out, we know the teams they're playing. We just don't know where they're playing them. The Jets are 0-3.
You can't say they're 0-3. You don't know the schedule.
Well, I have the Bill. I think the first three games are the Bills, Broncos, and Texans. I just don't know where. I think.
Why do you think
hopefully,
that?
Hopefully
no,
not.
it's just the first 3 games I see, Mikey.
If you are the Jets fan, a Jets fan, which the two of you are, right?
Yeah.
And I know this is like a strange question to ask, but I feel like there's some merit behind it, and I feel like it'll make sense, right?
Yeah.
You want to start on the road, right? Like, you want Aaron Rodgers to not have his first game be at MetLife again. Like, you want to get a game in where you're not playing on this killer turf where you don't know if he's going to survive the stadium the first game.
Who am I playing, though?
Well, you said you know, which you don't.
Well, I don't know. I'm guessing. But who am I playing? Like, if you're telling me I don't want to play Miami in week 1, if that's what you're saying. It's a nice field. It's a good grass field. It's very hot down here. I don't want the Dolphins week 1. It's a good defense, a good team.
Let's say it's the Cardinals.
I take the Cardinals at Arizona week 1. That'd be nice.
Here are your away opponents this season if you're the Jets. The Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Jaguars, the Titans, Vikings, 49ers, Cardinals. Of those, you don't want to play the 49ers week 1? Who is it that you don't want to play?
You don't want to play the 49ers week 1.
You don't want to play anybody who's any good.
Give me the Steelers week 1. That's what I want.
Really?
I want the Steelers before Russell Wilson
New look Steelers
can even begin to think about being good again.
Wow, because I have
it's not cold.
I think the Steelers are a sneaky good team.
Yeah, they always are.
In fact, I'm not giving away.
Yes, but they always come on late.
Right.
That's why I want them. That's why I want them week 1.
I'm not giving one away here, but I have my top 5 teams in the NFL worth taking a flyer on to win the Super Bowl.
Well, the Steelers are one of them.
Well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't.
Well, we said the Steelers, and it
but they
prompted you to play this game.
We'll see.
But they are.
So
we know.
It could be OLI.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
No, it's not. They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
They always find a way to get in the playoffs like Kenny Pickett.
They always find a way to finish 9-8.
And then they're in the playoffs, and then anything could happen.
They have a chance.
But it doesn't happen.
You just got to get there, Billy.
The big dance.
You want my top 5 teams right now?
Let's do it.
I mean, we could drag it out. I'm sure the audience is going to be sitting with bated breath the same way I am for the schedule release. But let's not keep them teased too long.
All right. I love a good flyer. That's all I'm saying, Billy. Yes. I'm trying to help the audience here. These are 5 teams flying under the radar that I think right now it's worth taking a flyer on them to win the Super Bowl.
How much would you put down, like if you were in a DraftKings state? How much would you put down on these teams winning the Super Bowl?
Well, I got to check the odds, but on team number 1, so I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Don't go by team number. Have you ever done the top 5? Why are you going to start with team number 1?
No, I'm just saying on the team that I most think is worth taking a flyer on, I'd put more money on them than I would the 5th team.
Tell us that team last.
I know.
What do you call a flyer? How do you define a flyer?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I define a flyer as teams that most people think aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I'm saying they're worth a little flyer. That's all.
Let's do this.
50, 100, 200, whatever you feel like betting on them.
I have DraftKings Super Bowl 2025 futures up right now.
Okay.
So do your top 5, and then I will give you the odds, and you can say what you'd put on them.
Okay. So these are the top 5 teams in May that are worth putting a flyer on to win the Super Bowl.
Very exciting.
You ready?
First time we've ever done this. Yeah, pre-schedule release.
Now, you guys think that I brought this up because someone mentioned the Steelers, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
Number 5, the Steelers.
Wow.
Would have been a heady move by you to knock them out.
No, it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
They have the coach. They have a quarterback. If that quarterback's not good, they have another quarterback. I mean, I think this is a good team. Good defense.
The Steelers are plus 5,000 right now.
That's worth a flyer right there.
Which is what?
If you bet $100 on the Steelers and they win the Super Bowl, you're winning $5,000.
So you'd put 100 on the Steelers?
I'm going to right after this at DraftKings.
I might do it, to be honest. I might do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I might do it.
You might do it, right?
Yeah.
All right. You ready for number 4?
Should we do this with all of his teams, all of us? Oh, I can't. My wife.
Yeah, let's do it.
My wife would kill me.
What do you mean she'd kill you?
Well,
put $25 on it. Put 50 on it. 50 wins you $2,500.
Yeah, but that's with this one team. If we're doing it with the 5 teams and I go home and I'm like, yeah, Stugotz talked me into putting $5,000 on 5 random teams to win the Super Bowl.
It's $500
one of them.
Let's do $50 per team, $250 each. See what happens. You in?
Steelers.
Well,
let's see what the other teams are because I also we're then also.
I love being in a DraftKings state.
It's your like our fate is in your hands. So I need to see what these teams are first.
I will put the bets in for all of us. How about that?
Yeah, but that's what you said about who was it when we had Gordy and all of them on where we
I didn't
said
say
we got
anything,
put
man.
The Iowa under.
Game. The Iowa
under.
No, I didn't say anything.
$1,000 each.
Why
you committed
are you guys
us
blaming
to.
that on
$1,000
me?
each.
Yeah, and Carl was like, I don't know about that. And you're like, I got you guys. And then we were all like sitting back because I think who was it? It was
And
Cher Bear.
K-Funk wanted to go the other way.
And who was it? Like everybody was like, "Oh, I got $1,000," and then we were all sitting back
Cher
and we were
Bear.
waiting. Yeah, Cher Bear was like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna put in the bet." And then when it didn't happen, I think all of us on Saturday, Carl included, were nervously like, "So did we do that or did we?"
No, the
not?"
bet hit. The bet hit. K-Funk wanted to go the other way.
Yes.
But we were still all wondering. I think it was pregame. We're like, "So
Yeah.
are we in on this or are we not in on this?"
I won money.
No one put in any money. Anyway, we've gotten.
I bet my own money.
We've gotten derailed. Number 4.
I was relying on Cher Bear. I mean, what are you out of your mind or anyone?
Well, you also said that you were covering us, so if you put in this bet, then
I got you guys. I'm going to
you
put
owe us,
$200. Fuentes, 50 for you. Mikey A, 50 for you. Billy, 50 for me, and 50 for you, and 50 for myself. Okay.
Okay.
$200 on each of these. So if the Steelers win, we win 10 grand. Got
okay.
it?
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
2,500 apiece.
Okay.
Good luck collecting that money.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Number 4.
The
Get
Atlanta
a phone
Falcons.
call. I'm going to get 20.
Wow.
You'll tell me what the Falcons are, Billy. They got
Plus
Kirk
2,200.
Plus 2,200. So $100 on the Falcons will win us 2,200. $4,400. All right. The Falcons are number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the New York Football Giants.
Why?
That seems like you're donating money.
So I will tell you this. They got neighbors in the draft. They have a decent defense. They got some weapons here for Daniel Jones. And people forget just 2 years ago, that team was one of the final 8 teams left in the NFL. They made it to the second round of the playoffs. The NFC, I'm just saying, Billy,
This is insane.
It's not a great division. The Eagles are coming down. They were up. They were soaring. And now they're on the way down.
The Eagles are on the way down.
On the way down.
And the Giants are on the way up.
And the Giants are on the way up, and the Cowboys are a complete mess. I'm taking the Giants. What are the odds?
Plus 10,000.
Okay, so $200 is going to win us $20,000.
$200 is going to cost you $200.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I'm going to lose $1,000 here
Yeah.
for no reason.
Well,
You guys-
there's a way to save this.
How?
Go on. What's
You guys
number 2?
only have upside, man.
What's number 2?
Number 2, the Chicago Bears. If Caleb
mind that
Williams
one.
is good, that team has a chance to win a Super Bowl. If he's good, all the pieces are there. He has to be good. What are the odds there, Billy?
Plus 3,000.
All right. So $6,000 if we win that one.
Wanted a bigger payoff there.
So did I. I was thinking there was a bigger payoff there.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll
Yeah.
find one bigger than the Giants. The Giants are awful.
Really?
There are bigger
Let me
payoffs
dig
than the
deeper.
Giants.
But
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be on his list.
No, he's not going to take any of
Arizona?
these people.
Well, number 1,
Yeah.
Mikey A., you're going to hate me for saying
Oh,
this.
boy.
I'm
This is-
no, don't
The
you-
New York Jets. If he's healthy, man, team is loaded. He's so mad at me. So mad at me.
Jets.
Can't them winning just be enough for you?
Yeah.
Like you have to go ahead and put money on it too. Like
Yeah.
can't them winning just be it?
Yeah.
Jets are plus 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even worth it.
Not
See,
much of a flyer.
If you're putting $200 on all of these,
yeah.
I would hedge, and I would put 200 on like the 49ers or the Chiefs, because you're this way.
That's
you're
not a flyer, though.
It is though, because you're putting it's really insurance, right? Because you're putting 200 on the 49ers, who are plus 600.
I'm
So
not
if you
taking the
have
49ers. The 49ers are never winning a Super Bowl. I don't care. As long as Kyle Shanahan's the coach, they're not. I'm sorry.
Clip that.
Adam Schefter, next. Thank you. Billy Gill will join us here in a few minutes. He is picking up the kids, I believe, from school yet again. I feel like Billy is
Parent-teacher
always
conferences.
It's
a big time of year.
I feel like he's always in a carpool line picking up kids from school, don't you?
Yeah, there was actually a car accident in my carpool line this morning, and it was the talk of everything. All the kids were hanging out, just watching. Yeah, because people are idiots.
Little fender bender. I mean,
little fender bender, nothing serious.
Right. Well, you can't have something serious in a carpool line. It's impossible. I mean, well, you can in a school.
You'd be surprised.
I take that back.
You'd be surprised.
Adam Schefter gonna join us here in just a few minutes. Again, Billy will join us at some point in this episode. But Schefter is a massive Knicks fan, massive New York Knicks fan, and so I want to get his thoughts on what's going on with the Knicks, and we'll also talk some football as well. But Mikey, I have a question for you. Okay. Because there is a big difference between sitting courtside at Madison Square Garden for a playoff game and sitting anywhere else. Meaning if you're in the third row, you're not that big of a celebrity. If you're in the first row, oh my God, you're the biggest of celebrities. And so I ask you this. If Adam Schefter wanted to sit courtside at a Knicks playoff game, do you think he could get it done? What do you think?
I think he can get it done in the first 2 rounds. I think Adam Schefter can sit courtside first 2 rounds of the playoff games at Madison Square Garden. After the second round, I think he's in the nosebleeds with you. And by nosebleeds, I mean 4 or 5 rows up.
Right. I sat in the nosebleeds last year. I went to a Knicks playoff game against the Heat with my wife. I was sitting in the 14th row. I mean, and I felt so far away from the action. I mean,
you were.
I know. I want to say I was insulted, but I wasn't. I mean, it was the 14th row at the Mecca. Schefter going to call in here in a couple of minutes. So you think Schefter, this is funny, Mike. So you think first round, good. Second round, good. But once we get to the Celtics and the NBA Finals, there's not a shot that Adam Schefter is getting a courtside seat to the Knicks, huh?
No, I think he'd have to call in a favor. He's got to go with like some NFL player who's retired that he knows in order to get there. I don't think he can. I don't think he can get there. Yeah.
I think he could pull it off for the conference finals. I think he could pull it off for the NBA finals. And he's with us right now. Who is driving you around right now, Schefter? What is happening?
I have an ESPN podcast upfront that I'm on my way to right now. That I have
really?
Yeah, at 3:00. So here we go. So I'm on the way into the city right now, and this is the time you asked for, and here we go.
You seem thrilled about it, by the way. I mean,
you when you text me, I always respond yes. So there it is, right?
No. This I know you were looking forward to. The upfront is what I'm talking about.
You know what? I thought we were going to be doing the NFL schedule today, so I was all ready to do that in my mind.
Right.
And so that they asked me to come to this, and I'm honored that somebody asked. So It's all good.
I haven't seen the Jets schedule. We'll get to the schedule in a second, but I already have them at 0-3. Me and Billy, actually, or me and Mike Ryan. me and Mike Ryan, Adam, had to do an upfront for our podcast, for our radio show once. Have you done these before, these upfronts?
I've done a couple of upfronts. I've not been invited to one in a long time, which I guess speaks to my relevance and importance within the company. So that's why the fact that I am invited to the podcast one, Stugotz, is, you invite me, you include, I'm honored to be there. My pleasure.
All right, they're going to try you out on the stage. You might see Dr. Phil because he's there doing his upfront as well. We saw Dr. Phil when we were there. It's like a who's who of podcasters, Schefter, okay?
Well, I have no idea what this will be like. I think Greeny's going to be there. I think Brian Windhorst is going to be there. Hoping I get some kind of pose, like fingers up or some, look like I told you so. Like I told you, this was going to happen. Maybe he knows what this is going to be about today far more than I do.
Right. Okay, good. I'm glad you're prepared, just like I was, or wasn't.
Yeah.
Mikey A and I were discussing right before you came on. You're a big Knicks fan. You love the Knicks. I know you love what's going on right now at Madison Square Garden. I think that you could get a courtside seat to a Knicks playoff game regardless of the round. So if they're in the NBA Finals, I think if Schefter wants to sit courtside, he sits courtside. Mikey A is saying they would hook you up courtside for the first round, second round, and cut you off at the Eastern Conference Finals. So Adam Schefter.
Well, let me say this for the record.
Okay.
I would love to go to a Knicks game.
Right.
I have not gone to a Knicks game in a little while. Nobody's invited me to a playoff game. So they can sit me wherever they want to sit me. I don't care. I'd be happy to go.
All right. Do you want me to make a call? Can I use your name, make a call, use your name, and get me and you courtside? How about that?
Done.
Yeah, I can?
If you want to go and you want to say, I want to go and I want to bring me as your guest, you can do that. Like I'm not putting in the request, but if you want to say that you want to go, and you're requesting the tickets and you're going to bring me as your guest,
Right.
yes, you can say that. Like, yeah.
Okay, but
I'm not asking for anything, right? Like, but I am happy to come along and ride your coattails if that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, but the methodology is here. I am asking for something. I'm asking to borrow your name. So I need to say I am calling on behalf of Adam Schefter.
No. No, you're not. Because you're calling on behalf of you.
Right.
And yes, I would be interested in going with you if you get 2 tickets.
Okay.
But I'm not requesting that, and you're not calling on behalf of it. You're calling on behalf of yourself.
Okay. Well, no, I'm going to have Hank Azaria call, and he's going to call on behalf of all of us, okay? He's going to say I'm bringing Schefter and Stugotz.
Well, hold on. Now, that would be for me, you, and Hank go together.
Yes. Oh, and Hank would love that.
I love Hank.
Oh, and Hank loves you. I mean,
I love Hank.
Right? I'm the problem.
well, then if you want to call behalf of me for me and Hank, that's fine.
Mikey, hey, no, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to put this together, and what's gonna happen? It's gonna be Hank fucking Azaria and Adam Schefter sitting courtside. I mean,
see, here's the problem. You guys got me doing calculus here. I'm trying to think about where the Knicks would sit you based on Adam Schefter's sort of personality, your personality, and Hank Azaria's personality. I'm like, they probably want to put Stugotz up in the 20s. Adam Schefter and Hank, they're like, they're courtside guys. Do we split the difference and throw you in like row 5, 6?
I'll take it.
Well, again, I've never been invited. I wonder, like, I look at these people. I'm like, how do they get do the Knicks invite them? Do they invite themselves? How does this work?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it happens. But I'm happy. Listen, if you can get us invited, that would be awesome.
I'm working on it. Okay.
I got a big call coming in right now. Oh boy. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead. Put us on hold and take the call. Mute him, please, so we don't hear anything.
Hold on.
Mute it. See if we can read his lips. Mikey trying to read his lips.
I just saw.
He's covering his lips. He's covering his lips. I just saw. You know, Schefter once missed a big story, Mikey, because he was taking basketball calls with me and Le Batard.
You got me? I'm sorry about that. There's certain
there you are.
This is the problem. Yeah, this is my life. What am I
it is your life. This is the life you have chosen, my friend.
Yeah. Well, now you know how my wife feels.
Yeah, I know. I can't even imagine.
I know, honey. I know this is important. I got to take this call, honey. So what have we established so far? We've established that I'm going to be interrupted, and that me, you, and Hank want to go to a Knick game together, right? Like that's what we want to. That's what we've established. Okay.
Yes, and you missed out. I have sent the text to Hank Azaria. Hopefully, I will have an answer by the end of this interview or this episode. So I'll keep you posted on it. Yep. So the Jets got Mahomes there on that call. What happened?
Yeah, they just traded for Patrick Mahomes. Unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers, 5 future ones, and Olu Fashanu.
I mean, the Chiefs would win. The Chiefs would win the Super Bowl, and Mahomes would be knocked out in the first week. I mean, I know. Anyway, Adam. So how excited? Like, I don't want to get carried away because I'm a big Knicks fan as well. I have been a Knicks fan since I was a little boy, as you have. I don't want to get too caught up in the moment, too prisoner of the moment. But today I told Le Batard my top 5 Knicks of all time. Isaiah Hartenstein is number 2 and Jalen Brunson is number 1. I mean, how about that?
Hartenstein's 2?
And Josh Hart is 3rd, yes.
All time.
Oh, yes. Willis Reed has been bumped out of my top 5.
You know, it was funny. Yesterday I texted my father. Bob Ryan tweeted that he was at the game, what was it, 54 years ago, where Willis Reed walked out. My father was at that game, and my father has told me throughout his entire adult life that it was, in a life filled with sports thrills, that was the single greatest sports moment of his career. He was at that game where Willis Reed limped out into the court. And 1970, so that was 54 years ago. So he would have been in his early to mid 20s at that point in time. So can you imagine being a Knicks fan in your early to mid 20s? Like, that's the best time to be a sports fan, probably, when you feel strongest and most passionate about it. And he talks about that to this day. And then, we didn't have that version last night with Jalen Brunson, but it was obviously when he went out of the game and he didn't come back, I said to myself, there's a problem. Like, this is not good. And then, of course, OG goes down, and they're already missing Mitchell Robinson, and they're missing Bogdanovich, and they've got a lot of injuries right now. This is going to be tough to get through all these injuries right now, Stugotz.
They'll get through the Pacers, I think, but tough to get through the Celtics. I'm with you, right?
I'm not even thinking about the Celtics.
You have doubt in this round, actually, because of all the injuries. That's what it seems like.
It's not that. No, it's not that it's doubt. This team is so gritty; they find a way, and I believe they'll find a way. But they got to win 2 more games against a team that when they're just hobbled right now. Right. So that's going to be easy. That's all. I think they can do it. I expect that they'll do it, but this is going to be a battle. I'm just telling you, this is not going to be easy at all. Like, they're going to go into Indiana. If they find a way to win one of these games, I'd be pretty pleased with that.
Same here. Are you a Rangers fan as well?
I grew up a huge hockey fan. I don't have the time to pay attention to everything that I want to pay attention to in life. Like, I am consumed with my golf pool. Like, me and my buddies are in a golf pool where we pick one golfer each week. You can't use them again. So like right now I got the Wells Fargo on. I'm trying to track my golfer this week. And right, so far he's letting me down. So far I'm very disappointed in the group selection. Not my pick, for the record. Right. I wanted somebody else, and I got outvoted. And I'm not happy with the group's pick right now. That's all I'm going to say right now. Very angry. Very angry.
Who's the golfer you have?
We just pulled up here.
Are you at the up?
Who's the golfer?
You're at the upfront. Yeah, who's the golfer? Yeah.
Well, the group I got outvoted. Well, they chose Max Homa, so right now he's plus two. And I need a personal plea for Max Homa to rally here, to get it together here and perform at the Wells Fargo the way he's performed at the Wells Fargo in previous years. If he could do that, I would personally greatly appreciate that. I would consider naming my next child after Max Homa if I ever had another child.
Really? But you're not. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would consider it, yes, if I ever did. Yes.
It's an empty promise.
I don't know that it's physical. I don't know that's physically possible. But yes, I would promise to do that.
The Adam Schefter podcast. He's at the Upfronts right now about the Pitches podcast. It was a great episode this past week. All the episodes are great. But you had de facto Patriots GM Elliot Wolf on this week, and he had a great story that he shared with you about the Packers and the 96 jet. Can you share that with Mikey A, please? Wild. Yes.
I had never heard it before, right? But basically, Elliot Wolf, his father was Ron Wolf, the former legendary Packers general manager. And Elliot used to be in the Packers war room. And back in 96, the Packers sent their personnel director, John Dorsey, great personnel director, out to Miami to meet with Ray Lewis the week before the draft, time him again, have a great meeting. They came back and like, we got to take this guy. And so, again, it was a situation where they loved Ray Lewis. They were going to take Ray Lewis at number 27. They had Ray Lewis on the phone, letting him know they were turning in the card. Ray Lewis was going to be a Green Bay Packer. Now, this is a team that had Brett Favre, that had Reggie White. Can you imagine Reggie White and Ray Lewis playing together on the same defense?
No.
They had the card drawn up and ready to turn in. And as they were on the phone with Ray Lewis, the Baltimore Ravens selected him at 26, one slot before the Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
And football history was changed from that point on.
No question. Wow, what a great story. Do you have any other story? Like you said, that's the first time you've heard anything like that. There are no other stories you've heard, like preferably from the Jets or the Dolphins, if you have one, where they were about to take a Hall of Famer and someone swooped in and took him right before him?
Well, the New Orleans Saints were going to take Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs traded up right in front of them. I mean,
that's right.
And they got him. That was the guy that the Saints had identified and wanted to take, and the Chiefs trade up. That was like an ambush. Like nobody saw the Chiefs. Nobody was talking about the Chiefs trading up. That was not something that had been discussed before. And all of a sudden, here come the Kansas City Chiefs trading up to that spot. And, that was that was pretty impressive that they got that done and were able to get Patrick Mahomes before the Saints ever could.
All right. So I know you got to run here. Just two quick questions. I'll get you out of here, okay?
Yeah.
Tom Brady roast. What were your thoughts?
Some incredible comedy writers. Like, if anyone had an actual original joke for themselves, I want to know, right? Because, with all due respect, that's just not, I mean, I'm sure some of those guys are entertaining, funny guys, and it's fun when, the guys are with guys and making fun of them in the locker room, that kind of thing. But that humor was so crass and so sophisticated that I wonder how many comedy writers they had working on that and for how long. Because, like I said, there's no way that came from the guys themselves. No way. I don't believe that.
I agree. Bledsoe told me and Le Batard earlier this week that his wife wrote the jokes for him.
Well, there you go. Like, and by the way, I know Randy Moss, and Randy's a very funny guy. That didn't sound like Randy.
He ain't that funny.
He's funny, and he's great. I love Randy.
Yes.
But that was some clever humor that I rarely have heard him kind of refer to in the past.
Yeah. Were you surprised Brady opened himself up to that? Like, I was. I sat there the whole time, jaw wide open, going, Tom, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy.
I wonder why he did that. Like, my first question is, in all honesty, like, did Netflix pay him a gargantuan sum of money for one night? Like, did they just say, hey, we're going to make this worth your while? Because Netflix can do anything it wants these days. Like, it's a big spender. So I'd wonder what Tom agreed or what Tom got paid that night. And I would bet it would be heftier than people would think. That's my guess.
No question. Would you want to be roasted?
By the way,
yeah,
well, for the right money,
that's cool, right?
I get exactly. Everyone has a price. My price happens to be a lot lower than Tom Brady's. So if Netflix is interested in roasting me, they can get me a hell of a lot cheaper than they got Tom Brady.
For the right amount of money, I would also want to be roasted. What happened with the schedule?
Absolutely.
I thought we were getting them today. You're at the upfronts. We wanted to break down schedules today with you. What happened?
The league was not ready for whatever reason. And I'm disappointed because, I don't know. Listen, I had a commitment next Wednesday night. Alex Smith was doing something. I promised to make an appearance for Alex Smith in New York City. And he actually called right before you. And I'm like, Alex, I said to him when he called me about 2 months ago, he's like, are you free Wednesday night? May 15th. I said, I am, unless the NFL releases its schedule. I just want to give you that warning in advance. Like, I don't know when the league is going to do it. And sure enough, that is the night. And I had to apologize. I felt bad, that I told him I would do it, but I did tell him 2 months ago. But again, that's the Jewish guilt in me there, Stugotz, right? Like, you tell somebody you're going to do something and you always want to be there for somebody as nice and thoughtful and as great a guy as Alex Smith is, you want to do that. And I can't do it then. And I told him that. I got to be in Bristol that day. The way it goes.
What's the first thing Adam Schefter looks for when the schedule comes out?
I don't really have anything that I look at anymore. It used to be when I was back in Denver covering the Broncos for 16 years. I always wanted to know who they opened with. I always wanted to know when my bye week would be. It's the same thing that really all these teams look. They always want to know when's their bye. Are they playing any night games? Are they working Thanksgiving, Christmas? See, like, I just accept the fact that I'm working Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. Like, any holiday is going to be marred. That's my life. Any time I'm out to dinner with my wife, you're going to get one of those calls that we got earlier in this conversation. Like, that's the job. That's the way it is. Like, anything could happen at any moment. And so I don't really look at anything. I used to look at the Monday night schedule and where we're going, but I don't even know that I'm going with them anymore. So it doesn't really matter. So to me, I guess I'm curious. The prime time games week 1. Okay. Chiefs versus who that Thursday night? Who's the Monday night opener? Who's Sunday night? And that's what I want to see right then and there. But I don't really have any strong thing that I'm looking for in particular.
To put a positive spin on it, you're breaking Alex Smith's heart. Okay, that's one thing. You're not breaking your wife's heart. Okay? I'm not breaking his heart, but again, I'm not coming through for him after I told him I would. But I did lay it out exactly as it could happen, and that's what's happened here. All right. Good luck with the upfront. Have fun. Say hi to Dr. Phil for me, and we'll talk to you.
Hey, is Dr. Phil going to be here? Like, I have no idea who's going to be here.
So I'm just telling you, when I went to do it for ESPN with Mike Ryan, Dr. Phil was standing right next to us. He was up after us, you know?
The only other time I did that I was ever invited to do an upfront for ESPN, it was Joel Embiid was there, Venus Williams was there.
Jesus.
Trying to think who else was there. They always have like people just show up, right? So
yeah.
But I have no idea what this is like. This is the ESPN podcast division run by Good Karma, which is a great company out of Milwaukee.
Yeah,
they're great. Craig Karmazin, huge fan, right? So this is Craig's baby. And what Craig's doing with this, I have no idea. But Craig called. And again, just like Alex Smith called, I said to Craig, I'm like, well, here's the deal. Actually, to tie it all together, I'm like, Craig, he's like, it's May 9th. I'm like, great, I'll do it if there's no schedule that day. I told Alex Smith, Wednesday, maybe I'll do it if there's no. So here I am with the podcast up front, but I'm not going to be able to make it to Alex's deal. So that's the deal. Alex, through the short straw, Craig Karmazin is the one that basically I get to see today.
I love that all your plans over the next 2 weeks are a coin toss. It's great.
What kind of life is that? We're in mid-May, and I'm waiting to see what I can do based on when the NFL schedule is going to be released. That's my life. By the way, if you had come through with the Knicks tickets by the end of this call, I would have said to you, it's all contingent on the NFL schedule, Stugotz. If the schedule's coming out that night and the Knicks play, we can't go.
All right. Don't make me go with Rossini. Do not do that, okay? I mean, don't. Hank Azaria has responded. He said, Schefter, really? I said, yes. He said, I'm working on it. I said, wow, that's very cool. He said, can I bump you out and put Rossini in? I mean,
that's what he said. He wants to bring Diana too?
Yes. Yeah.
How about the four of us then? That's fine. I'm good with Diana. Like, we go the four of us.
I think Hank was thinking the three of us, but we'll see. I mean,
whatever works. Whatever works, I'm down for.
All right, man. Good luck with the upfront. We appreciate it. Let's go Knicks. It's an exciting time, and keep us posted. When the schedule gets released, you shoot me a quick text, okay? If you don't mind.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Go Max Homa.
I like him.
Who?
Adam Schefter.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Yeah.
Who?
I mean, you weren't there. I mean,
yeah, you still like him.
He was there in spirit.
Yeah, exactly right.
You knew we had Adam Schefter on while you weren't there.
Yeah, but
okay, you did.
I had a parent-teacher conference. What am I supposed to do?
I know. I said before Schefter came on, I feel like your entire life is spent in a carpool line.
I got more information because I was told that Mikey was in a car accident or was like stuck in a carpool lane where there was a car accident, which seems impossible.
Well, he said it was a bad accident, and I said, how bad of an accident could it be? None of them are moving, and they're all in line.
You'd be surprised. People are trying to get around, and then somebody wanted to get out. Bang.
And it was a bad one?
Yeah, it was bad.
The thing is, I'm not at the age
Are the kids okay?
Yeah, good question.
Everybody's okay.
Most
Fire,
it was more car damage.
Good.
More car damage.
Okay.
Everybody was okay.
I'm not at the age that I can just like say, get out of the car, go where you're going. I have to park and get down. So I have parking wars that I deal with.
Right.
I have to figure it out. And then the school where my daughter goes to, there's also like a high school that's right around the corner. So like the high school kids are going and they're taking up all the spots that should not be reserved for them. It's a whole It's a whole thing.
Right.
I play the walking game.
Do you?
The walking game?
No.
I park really far and I just walk instead of getting into the back.
Much easier.
Well, because the
Get
thing
some
is,
steps in. Yeah.
the thing is also is that I'm also like always, I have timed out exactly how much time to get there before the bell. Like get her into the classroom, put down all her things, and beat the bell, right? Now, if I start getting into the parking wars, which I used to all the time, it gets dicey.
Yeah.
It gets dicey. We're running across the street, through traffic, every time a garbage... Guys, tell me this, as parents here. Were your kids fascinated with garbage trucks? Because, like, my daughter and, like, all of her classmates love garbage trucks. I don't understand what it is. I think the garbage truck goes and picks up the garbage at the school every time they're outside. So, like, they see it, they get all excited. I think the garbage man's nice and he, like, honks the horn for them. Love garbage trucks. But God help me if there's a garbage truck when I'm trying to get her into that school, because we will stop and scream garbage truck, wave at the garbage
Every
truck.
5 feet.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like we're on a tight schedule, and I didn't factor in garbage day and saying hello to the garbage truck.
Right.
I'm hoping the guy turns a corner so we don't see the garbage truck anymore, so we can keep sprinting in. It's a whole thing.
What's the worst vehicle to get stuck behind? Is it a garbage truck or a bus?
I'm not even stuck behind the garbage truck. I'm playing the walking game where I'm walking, and my daughter keeps saying, hi, garbage truck, waving at the garbage truck. It's like,
Right.
we got to keep moving.
Yes.
Anyways,
Keep it moving. Yeah.
garbage truck or what?
Or a school bus.
I think delivery trucks are worse. Because, like, the garbage truck and the school bus, like, the school bus opens up the little stop sign and you see it's blinking, but like, okay, this will end soon, right?
Right, yeah.
The garbage truck,
Well, sometimes that stop sign, it could take 15 minutes. I'm not even joking.
he's right.
Yeah.
Rarely 15.
Sometimes it does, though.
The thing about the garbage truck is it's only 2 days a week.
Well, the
It's-
other thing is
yeah.
it's a very big truck. I can get through like a delivery truck. I could kind of weave around
Yeah.
and figure it out. I can't
Right.
really do that with a garbage truck.
Garbage
you know?
truck, though, you can, like, the garbage truck is if it's in a residential area, stopping, they're going to do a little claw, toss the garbage can into the back.
Right.
Then they're going to go and they're going to stop. So you can, like, time it, you can get around. Deliveries, for me, are the worst because I simply don't know if there's someone in that car, where they are. Are they going to start moving again? I can't see around them. Not a fan.
Right.
I love
Which
deliveries.
side they're going to get out.
Exactly right. I
That's
love
the other thing
deliveries.
about deliveries, yeah.
Thank you for your service, delivery drivers. I
Yep.
just want to get out.
And
the
garbage
front end.
truck drivers, thank you for your
All
service.
of them, yes. No, well, I was nice to them, though. Thank you for your service, all of you. All of you are doing essential work that this country could not function on without. You guys are integral to the fabric of society. I'm just going to say that on the front end.
All right.
But also, get out of the street.
I know we have a game to play. Top 3 things I would not want to be stuck behind: a garbage truck, a school bus, and the Jets' offensive line. Anyway, Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
So I found myself 2 things. I never texted Hank Azaria.
Of course.
Just letting
That's
you know.
upsetting.
It was a bit. But I will reach out to Hank Azaria.
That's a shame because Adam Schefter seemed really excited about
No.
going to the
He
Knicks
is.
game.
He sent me a text since, just so you know. And so now I have to text Hank Azaria, and we'll get to Billy's game. The second thing is, it made me incredibly sad that Adam Schefter's entire life is being held up by the NFL schedule release. He can't commit to anything.
He kept saying, like,
Yes.
what kind of life is this?
Yeah,
And I'm like, it's the one you chose, Adam.
That pays you a lot of money.
Correct.
That one. Yes. So anyway, Bill, you have a game for us, a new game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's the return of an old friend called
Okay.
Off the Gridiron.
Wow.
No, Off the Grid Iron.
There, you need a pause. Yeah.
Okay.
Off the grid, iron.
Yeah, wrong
it's-
place for the pause.
Off the grid,
Iron.
iron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did this once before.
I remember.
Second time.
Yes.
Hit the fancy music. It's in my head. All right. So
gotta
here's
find
the
images.
first one
Okay.
for Off the Grid Iron.
Okay.
Sunday
Yes.
was the Tom Brady roast in LA. A number of former Patriots and celebrities roasted Tom Brady. Amongst them were Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, who Kevin Hart got on stage together to take a shot. All's well that ends well, or so we thought. Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick were good. Earlier this week, Drew Bledsoe joined Julian Edelman on his podcast, Games with Names, and they revealed that pre-show, things were icy between the two of them backstage, and that, quote, the tension in the room could cut effing glass. Stu?
I'm surprised for a number of reasons. Forgot how to play the game. I'm sorry. I'm surprised for a number of reasons. Number one, Jeffrey Ross said he had no idea Robert Kraft was coming to that thing when he started lobbing jokes at Robert Kraft. Brady got up. He told him, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry for the curse.
Are you?
Well, now I'm starting to think if he was backstage beforehand and there was tension that could cut glass, how did Jeffrey Ross not know that Robert Kraft was in the house?
Yeah.
That's
but
all-
also it's a roast.
That's
so-
all I got for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Mikey?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But I think the shot might have helped it afterwards
That
because he's
seemed
talking
aw-
about beforehand.
That seemed awkward.
Well,
Oh, it was so awkward.
Well, Kevin Hart, much like yourself, Billy, likes to make things awkward.
I don't know about that.
You don't, do you?
All right. On Thursday, power couple Justin and Hailey Bieber announced they are expecting their first child together. Sources close to the family says Hailey is 6 months pregnant. Stu?
Congratulations.
All right.
Yeah.
The Beavers.
Beavers.
Couple of Biebers cutting it up.
That's right.
Yeah.
And finally, because we're running out of time
Mazel.
here, E! News is reporting Shania Twain looks unrecognizable in her pink hair. Stu?
I would always recognize Shania Twain. Who is that?
That's Shania Twain. Yeah.
No, it's
impossible. That is not Shania Twain. It's not. You're telling me that?
Is it?
Put the picture back up. That is not Shania Twain. It's impossible. There's no way.
You know, Billy showed me this picture before the show,
It's not.
and he made it seem like it's her. But now, knowing Billy, it might not be.
No, it's on her Instagram. And I got to tell you, that hair don't impress me much.
What do you, if it's on her Instagram,
guy.
it doesn't mean it's true.
wow.
I don't even. That's a song,
Damn.
That's her. That's one of her songs.
but
like
it's
a
not
woman.
Shania Twain.
She looks like a TikTok person with that hair like that.
Huh?
How old is Shania right now?
27, 28. How old is she?
That young?
28.
I feel like she's been around forever.
Yeah, well,
Top 5 Twains.
she's 58.
You can't do
58?
more.
Yeah. Mark.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's where the game ends. It's Shania
I
and
took
Mark
it.
Twain.
I took it. I took it quick.
We'll wrap it up next.
And we're back.
We are.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys and with the audience. I rushed through Off the Gridiron.
Wow.
I was feeling the pressure. I had another one there.
Right.
And it was, you know, it wasn't supposed to go straight into Bieber and Twain. We had the Belichick one, then I had another football one, and then we were going to do Bieber, and then we were going to do Shania Twain.
Right.
It was going to be football.
Sure.
Pop culture. What am I supposed
Got
to
it.
do? Yeah. If
Well,
I'm
we have a couple of
explaining,
minutes left
I
if
was
you want to
supposed
get the one that you didn't get in.
bonus off the grid.
Yeah, oh, that would be great.
All right.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me start-
Off the grid.
Let me start
Right.
the music in my head.
Yes, way off the grid.
All right, we're good. Ready
Yeah.
for more Off the Grid Iron bonus edition.
Ready.
Stugotz, in an appearance on the Next Round podcast, Lions rookie and friend of the show, Terrion Arnold, said Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce told him a coin flip between himself and Brock Bowers, that it was a coin flip between the two of them at number 13. Quote, they called me after the draft. They were like, we actually had a coin toss between you and Brock Bowers. It landed on him. Raiders assistant GM Champ Kelly was asked about Arnold's comments on Wednesday, and he said, quote, I can't confirm that at all. Thursday, Raiders GM Tom Telesco, maybe enemy of the show for the way he treated Austin Eckler, joined NFL Total Access and told them, quote, typically I use a magic 8-ball and not a coin.
Huh.
Stu?
I'm calling BS on all of it. They had Billy, I'm telling you, when the draft started, they did not think Bowers would fall to them. Bowers fell to them. I'm sure they probably told Terry and Arnold, there's a good chance we're going to take you. So what did they do? They blamed the coin. They didn't blame themselves. They didn't blame Bowers falling in the draft. By the way, what a ridiculous thing to say to anybody. This is how we decide who we're drafting. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But there's no way that happened.
Yeah.
Bowers was there. They didn't realize he was going to be there. When he was there, they took the better player, period, end of discussion.
Yeah, stupid to, your whole life came down to a coin flip in a back room somewhere at a hotel.
I was going to ask you.
And they should be fired, to be honest.
You said end of discussion, so I feel like the discussion's over.
You know,
right? I
it's
was
a
gonna
terrible
ask
thing
you
to say
more.
when we have a little
Yeah.
time
I had
left.
so many.
Yeah, we had like 30 seconds left. But I'm not gonna do it.
But now we're just
It's-
headed into the weekend and the
Right.
discussion's over. I mean, I guess you guys could think about it if you want. Maybe we could pick it up
But don't
next
discuss
week.
it.
There's no need. I'm just
There's
telling you. I'm
no
telling you
more
what happened.
discussion. Just
Right.
you can think internally.
Yeah.
Don't say anything to your friends.
Right.
Don't say anything to your family.
Yeah.
If Antonio Pierce calls you, don't take the call.
Exactly.
Discussion over.
Correct. Do you think the Jets would have had better success flipping a coin for their draft picks than the way they've been doing it?
Think about it.
I can't discuss it.